Yay, it worked this time, and I can see all of my mess behind me, so that's okay. Hello, we are talking today about getting our goals started. And yes, it is the 10th of January today when I'm filming this. It's not the 1st of January, it's not the very beginning of the year. And somewhere along the lines, we got it in our heads that we can start goals on January 1st and that's it. And give me a thumbs up, you guys, if you can hear me okay, because this is the first time that I'm going live on my computer and using my microphone and everything like that. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I'm going to adjust a little bit. And yes, you're going to see my messy little sewing behind me. So just excuse that. But somewhere along the line, we got it in our heads that January is the only time that we can go for our goals. And I'm gonna make sure that you guys can hear me and have somebody that I know get on. Um, and that's just not true. I like to talk on here about how we can go for our goals and get started any time of the year. It doesn't have to be anything special. Now, it is more fun, kind of, to start on a momentous time. So it is a little bit more fun to get started on a January 1st or on the first of the month, or maybe on your birthday or new moon or full moon, or whenever a big moment for you is to get started for any of the goals or dreams that you have. But we don't have to have a special moment, a special time, standing on one foot type of thing in order to get started. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we can kind of ease into the year a little bit. I just posted a video on my channel about easing into the year and not feeling that stress when we're starting our goals, when we're first kind of being a newbie at something. I'm not necessarily talking about cleaning out our pantry or cleaning out a room like this one, even though those are good things. Maybe your goal is to clean the entire house and really get into every corner, and that's great. That is a really good goal. I definitely need to do that. I'm kind of talking more about those goals that are deeply rooted, stuff that we want to accomplish in our life, things that we want to have behind our name that make us feel proud that we have to kind of work for, not grind away at doing, but things that we have to maybe use a little more brain power with. That challenge us and make us grow as people, because I feel like these are the things that make us keep showing up day after day, with a smile, with that sense of pride that we have. So, one of the things that we can do, yes, it's January 10th, and I went to the gym today, and the last 10 days, I'd say it's been really busy, and today started to peter off a little bit as it usually does. I'm a year-round gym goer. I go and swim at the gym and then do other stuff at home, but I'm already seeing it kind of easing up with the amount of people who are there. So I feel like a lot of us start January and we think we have to start right now. This is when we're going to get started. And then let's say it is the 10th right now and we don't get started. Then what? What do we do? Do we just not do it? I think that's the case for a lot of people. So I kind of want to reframe this whole idea of starting January 1st, getting started and running towards our goals. And I feel like that kind of pressure can really stack up on us before we even get started. So we can do a lot of things in order to stick with our plan. And a lot of it has to do with planning before we get started. So this year, before January, I feel like I got started with my goals on the Monday after the first. To me, that feels like it's more of a January 1st thing. And before that time, I was remote for a couple of weeks from work and took a couple days off. I took that time to rest, relax, plan a little bit, not in a stressful way, but also to clean my house, to get everything ready, like in a way that it's really ready. Maybe not right now. I was looking for something today and I didn't put things back. So that's why it looks like that. But plan in a way that let me set myself up for the busier time, for the time when we go back to work and school, but also for when I jump back into my goals. So I felt like that was a way for me to ease into my goal that eased up on that pressure to perform January 1st. Because I feel like a lot of people, when I talk to people about their goals or their resolutions or something, that if the resolution hasn't, your goal hasn't performed, you haven't performed in your goal by the middle of January or the end for sure, that's it. That was my chance. I didn't get it done. So therefore, I'm just going to give up altogether. And I want to say we have the whole year to do our goals. We have 365 days. For some reason, we've got it in our minds. We have that mindset that we only do our goals in January, and that's it. Once January is here, it is come and gone. I've missed my chance, and that's it. And that just is not true. And I'm coming out here to really talk about this because I want you to achieve your goals and I want to help you in a way that makes you feel like you want to show up for your goals, that you're having a good time, that you're enjoying the process and you're learning and feeling accomplished. So, a few things that we can do, and I talked about this in my video, but I want to reiterate it here. Um, First of all, we can clean, we can prep, we can plan, we can get ourselves ready to get started. And I feel like this sets the groundwork for us to be more successful, for us to be more mentally prepared to continue on, to have the whole experience, to have the whole journey of starting something, being in the middle, maybe having some of the challenges and continuing on and finishing. So I feel like that time of planning and prep is really important. So maybe this time you're really being clear on your goal and what you want to achieve. Maybe you know what you want to achieve and you need to do some research about it to learn a little bit, where do I start? Maybe you know all of that and you need to plan it a little bit more and write it out and really get your head into that game, into that space so you can get started. So I feel like in the beginning, we don't need to rush. We can have this slowness to the beginning of it. It's not nothing. And this stage, this prep stage is not nothing. It's getting you to a point where you're mentally in the game. It's warming you up, I guess. You know how you do a workout. You're going to go for a long run or something. I'm not a runner, I'm more of a swimmer, but you're going to go for a run. And beforehand, you're going to, get your exercise outfit on and put your shoes on. That's like a pre warm up type thing. And then you're going to stretch. And that gets your muscles a little bit loosened up. And then you might walk a little bit. You're going to walk a little bit to get yourself ready, and then you're going to do the run. So you have all this time beforehand that you're getting ready. So that's what I'm talking about there. Then you're going to hit the ground running. You're going to actually start running. And here again, I feel like you don't need to rush. You don't need to rush into it, but I feel like also you need a plan. You need to know where you're going. You need to know that route. And you need to know like what your goals are for your goal. Like, do you have some milestone markers that maybe you're writing a book and you are going to be really excited when you've written out your outline or come up with your plot? And what is that going to be? Maybe there's going to be some twists and turns in there. And you're going to hit some of those milestones. Setting yourself up like that also And when you meet some of them or get close to meeting your milestones, you're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, I accomplished that. I got to that first marker of my goal, and now I know that I can get here. I know that I can get this far, and this is going to help me get to that next milestone and push me on to the next level." So I feel like when I wanted to say at the beginning of your goal, when you're getting ready, you're in that prep stage, maybe you're at the second stage and you're writing it out and you're making a plan. Writing it out makes it real. It makes it more real, more solid, more like a contract, like you're going to do this, like you're going to actually follow through and get started. I know that when you're going for your goals, getting started sometimes is the hardest part of it, no matter what it is. You have to get off the couch, you have to turn off the TV or put your phone down. Or if you're like me, maybe not do that YouTube video or some or play with the kids for that fourth round of the game. I don't know, whatever it is. But getting started is sometimes the hardest step. So, for example, last weekend I went live, or the week before, I don't remember. And until then, I took a little break on going live. And the further away from it we get from that thing, kind of the scarier it is. Let me know if you're this way. It gets to be this thing that seems more and more impossible instead of us trying to do it, which is what I did. I went live and I was like totally jazzed afterwards. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I remember why I like doing that. I like talking to people out there and actually meeting them." And then I was fine. I just needed to take that first step and do it for that first time. And then after that, it was less scary. So maybe that's all you need in your goal planning is that one step. And the milestones in order to kind of propel yourself and prove forward and prove to yourself that you can do it. So I'm looking down at my notes. I want to make sure that I say everything that I want to. Um, when we're in it, let's say it's January 10th and we're thinking of going for something and we're going to do it. It's not January 1st. It's okay that it's not the first of the year. That's what we're talking about. Let me try and stay on topic. Okay. But we have 12 months. We have 365 days. We don't have to start on January 1st. You have every day that you wake up, you have another chance to get started, whether that is January 1st or January 28th or March 2nd. Let me know if I've shouted out your birthday here or anything. I know that when I hear my birthday, I get all excited, but I'm kind of weird with numbers and like that. But I want you to know that when we start, we can allow ourselves the whole year to get done with that goal, to work on that goal. Maybe it's not getting done. I started one last year, last December 2024. I started making my planners and I didn't get done. I didn't. I changed my route. I got into the goal. It changed on me because I learned more about it. And there were challenges that I didn't foresee, and I had to get through them, and they took longer. And that's okay. That is part of this whole journey of enjoying that process because it's through the challenges that we grow. If you think about that, if we stay the same, everything is going to stay the same. And that's not bad. I'm not saying that's bad either, but I know that in this world where everything's instant, everything's at our fingertips, and we see everything that everybody is doing, that sometimes that stops us from doing our own thing because not only are they doing that, but it looks easy. It looks like they've gone through and they've figured everything out. They didn't have any challenges. And that is just not true. Everything that we have. Hello, the YouTube dreamer. It's so nice that you're here. This is so funny that I saw your name. Just side note, let me get a drink here. I saw your comment on my comment and I was like, I didn't make that comment. And then I had to stop and read the names. So that was really funny. we're great minds think alike with the titles, but um, focusing on our journey and of our goals, and maybe that goal is to grow your YouTube channel. That's mine too. I have that goal. I have a goal of building my community, of helping people. And one of my challenges is showing up consistently, finding the time to do that, editing my videos. That's always a challenge, but also figuring out how to market this channel. And I'm coming out with a line of planners. How do I market that? And how do I get it out there? And that's a big challenge because it's a noisy market. There's a lot of people. It's very crowded. So, um, thank you for dropping by. If you need to go, that's fine. But yes, we're going to keep showing up. And even though there are challenges, so that's what we were talking about, is that we might see other people doing their thing, right? Whatever it is that they're doing. Maybe they're making sourdough and their dough is much better than yours. I've started getting into that. Or maybe they're doing a triathlon and they're killing it. Or maybe, they're doing this parenting thing and it looks so easy and their kids are so well behaved. And how is that? I guarantee all of those peoples have struggles, because that is the journey. The journey is growing and learning and getting through those times. And that's when we level up. We level up to that next level, and then we're more prepared to go that next level and then the next. And then once we've seen that pattern and we've stacked that and we've gotten through is gotten a word, I don't know. We've gotten through those challenges, we start to believe in ourselves and we say, I went through that challenge before. I know I can do it again. That's kind of where I'm at right now, because I feel like whenever I'm trying to do something, it does not matter if it's turning on a crock pot or trying to start this business, the Busy Dreamer business. I always have challenges. And the first time I try it, does not work. It does not work. I will push the button, nothing happens. And I feel like at this point, I've gone through this journey of first writing my women's fiction books and publishing them on my own and coming up with my business and everything. I've hit all of those challenges, or so I think, and I've overcome them. And I panicked in the beginning. I remember I had my first challenge, whatever it was, maybe starting the LLC or something, or trying to upload one of my books to Amazon. And it wasn't working, didn't work. Every little step of the way did not work. And I was like, what now? They were tests. I feel like they were tests. They were learning and growing moments. And we're going to have that with our goals. We're going to have that with this journey because, number one, that's the experience. Number two, nothing's ever easy. If it's easy, it's kind of boring. Okay, it's always going to stay the same. We're growing from that. And number three, we are capable of learning from those challenges and also looking back and saying, look how far I've come. Look at what I could accomplish. I did that on myself or by myself, and I can do it again. And that stacks, that builds. And next time you're going for your goal, maybe it's a new one, maybe you're just trying to hit that next milestone, you're going to be ready. You're going to be more ready. And it's because you took that first step. You got started. You didn't wait for January 1st. It's January 10th right now. You're not going to wait the whole year in order to start something on January 1st. Do you hear kind of how silly that sounds? It sounds a little bit lazy, I guess. Sorry. But going for your goals is doing this for yourself. It's showing up for yourself. We talk a lot about self-care in the world, because we get so busy that we forget to brush our teeth or something. We forget to take care of ourselves. And going for your goals is a way of self-care. It's something that you're feeding yourself. and that you're allowing yourself to do in this lifetime in order to experience this lifetime. It's not being on your phone. It's not watching TV. It's not playing a video game. Those things have their time and their place. What I'm saying is that your goal has a time and place also. So, coming out here and telling you to try and reframe this whole January 1st thing is what I kind of felt like I needed to do, because here I was, I'm trying to remember what date Monday was. It must have been the 4th. And I was like, I don't have my plan written out for the year. I know mentally what I need to do and what my steps are. I didn't have my vision board done. I didn't have my whole calendar up that I put up on this wall. Nothing was like it normally is at the beginning of the year. And I told myself, that's okay, because I have XYZ, all the way through double Z that I need to do, that I know I have all of these tasks and I need to spread them out throughout the year, because the goal is not to rush through all of those things. The goal is to take them one by one, let yourself ease into that start, because I feel like once you get started, it does get easier. Like I was saying, it kind of stacks. You start to see progress, and then go through each of those tasks that you have in order for you to get to the point where you're feeling more confident, that you're seeing your progress, you're seeing kind of some of the fruits of your labor, maybe, no matter what that is. Maybe it's a health goal that you have, or an exercise goal. Maybe you're starting a business or starting a YouTube channel or starting a garden. I don't know. But I have this thing that I say to my boss all the time whenever we hire somebody new, which isn't very often, but he always thinks that, oh, it's going to take 3 months before they're up to whatever speed we want them to be. And I said, yeah, it's going to take them a little while to learn, but they're going to be learning along the way. It's not like, oh, we're not going to get any output from them until month 3. And then that's when the work is going to start. You're going to be seeing the results along the way. And I'm telling you, that will keep you going forward. So the last thing that I want to say, I'm not usually used to talking this much. Last Sunday I went live and my voice was all hoarse afterwards. So this time I'm like, I need to bring my water. But you might never feel like you're ready, like you're 100% ready to get started. And if there is such a thing, like when is that we feel 100% ready to get started on something? And I want to say you need to do it anyway. You need to start scared or start in the mess like this. You need to start. And that is sometimes, like I was saying, sometimes that's the hardest part, is to know where you need to get started. That's some of the planning phase that we talked about. But then planning only goes so far. Like you actually need to step out of your front door if you want to go for a run or a walk. You need to actually put your fingers on the keyboard and start that first word of your novel. Whatever it is, it does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be completely planned out. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm going to next Tuesday get all of this stuff done and have it by then. We're going to let ourselves, like I said, we're going to have the whole year to get our goals done. Doesn't have to be in January, but we have to actually start at some point. It can be in January, it can be in March, and that's okay. I feel like showing up is showing up. Let's kind of summarize a little bit. And then we'll say goodbye and we'll go the rest of our way, and you're going to go and get started on something. And my cat is going to just have a great time going in that basket. But we're going to allow ourselves to plan. We're going to allow ourselves to get our areas, our space ready, a little bit of that nesting. I always think of the birds like getting their stuff ready for their nest. And then we're going to plan a little bit, do a little research about our goal, about where we're going. And then we're going to get started. We're going to not put all that pressure on ourselves that we have to get it done in a week, that we have to get done in a month, because that's no fun. We don't want to do that. We want to allow ourselves that whole journey. I know I'm an author. I have my books out there. My pen name is Jean Shelby. I went by that name for a long time here on YouTube. And then I was like, no, this just doesn't feel right. My name is Stephanie. That's what I need to come out here as. And it was a huge shift for me, but I really like that I'm out here as me now. um, but when I was writing my books, and I still do, I still have my books that I'm working on. I'm working on my planners right now. But when I was working on my books, I kept seeing all these videos and everything. Write your book in a month and let's get it done this weekend. And I'm like, I'm a fast writer. I can type fast. I can think fast. I can plan fast. But I think that I've written a book the fastest, like really fast first draft in 3 weeks or so. And it was fun. It was great. Like the ideas flowed, the scenes were coming to me, and I was like, sometimes on my walks, I was transcribing into my phone, just talking into the notes. And it was fun. It was really good. But that kind of pressure is not sustainable, I feel like. Yes, we can write a book in a month. But is it joyful? Are we having a good time doing that to ourselves? Kind of. So I want to just say, get yourself ready, make a plan, get started, and then let yourself work on it. Whatever that is, let it unfold. I guarantee when you get into it, it's going to look different than what you thought it would be. And you're going to have to adjust and be flexible. So why does that plan have to be 100% perfect in the beginning? Because it's going to change when you get into it anyway. So that's all I have to say today. I thank you for joining me. I'm going to go live again tomorrow. I just had this idea for this live today. I needed to get all these words out there because I have so many video ideas for YouTube. And it takes me a while not a long time, maybe an hour, to edit my video after I film it. And sometimes that doesn't happen. And I think this is my goal, right? One of my goals is to be out here on YouTube and say all my words. I'm a writer, you guys. I need to talk. I had a piece of paper up there. But I thought, oh gosh, I really like coming live. I don't always fill all of the blank space. And I don't always, I fidget a lot. You see me moving around and I jump around on topics sometimes, but it's okay. It's all good. I get to say my words and hopefully get my point across to you. That's the whole goal for me, is to say, hey, I've done a lot of this. I'm 46. I have my kids. I have my career. And I also go for my goals on the side, and on my side, I lay down and make sure to, just kidding. But I go for my goals and I usually achieve them. They might not be successful. They might not be, raking in the money or anything, but I keep going because number one, I enjoy it. Number two, I need something to do on the side. While my kids are doing homework and I'm sitting there and I'm researching something as they do their own math problem, I tried not to do some goals and I was bored. I did not like it. It lasted a day and a half and that was it. And I was like, nope, I'm going to get back into this. So I feel like for me to feel complete and whole, I need my own thing. I've given myself my time to my kids for so many years. And now they're at a level, they still need me for sure. And I'm still here for them happily. But now I need something of my own. And I feel like we all need that something of our own that we're going for, that maybe we're in a job that we don't like. I've been there before. I like my job now. I would rather be doing my goals, right? I'd rather be doing my planner and writing my books. We all kind of want that freedom. And even it doesn't mean that even if we are in this job that we do or don't like, that we can't have that on the side. And we can't sit there. We can sit there and work on our thing and be like, this is mine. This is mine. This is what lights me up. This is what makes me feel that freedom. So that's why I keep doing it. Even though, I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in December and I was super excited about that, still super excited, but we're still going. We're still moving up and reaching more people. So if you're watching this, I hope you subscribe and become one of my busy dreamers. I need to kind of come up with a club name for us because I feel like if you're in this and you're going for your goals too, and you're busy, but you're still like, you know what, I have a half an hour at night when my kids are taking showers, I can work on my thing. You get it. You really get it. And you're here, you're in it. You understand what going for that goal means and what that means for you as well. So I want that for you. I want that for all of us to feel that level of pride and accomplishment. I don't know about you, but when I've had a weekend full of progress that is family time and exercise time and goal time, I show up Monday morning to work with this, yay, I did it. It feels so much better. So I'm wishing you the best. And I hope you come back to watch my other videos and my shorts and my lives because I'm here to stay. So hopefully you are too. And I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.